Hi, Matt Williams. It's Aussie Villain. Good, mate, good. Listen, the reason I'm calling is results have been good since you took over. No complaints there, but we have had a lot of injuries. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it and just wanted to check in on what sort of training methods you were using. Kangaroo boxing, okay. Dingo dash. Yeah, well, don't let the dingoes catch you. That's obvious, isn't it? So, what else? Crocodile wrestling. Yeah. All right, mate. Well, that all seems like pretty standard stuff to me. So, yeah, the problem must be lying elsewhere. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Detroit. It is Season 9, Episode 2, and today we face the Texas Rangers, and, well, things have been going okay. Ignore the fact we're 10 games off the top of the division. Minnesota have lost 2 games all year, and we're in the end of April. They have been absolutely smashing this thing to pieces. So let's ignore that. We're in the wildcard spots. We'll have a bit of a closer look at that in a moment, but the problem that we have had is very much injuries. Now, we haven't really had injuries at all. Certainly not this badly that I can remember in the series, maybe right back at the very start. But right now on the injured list, we have Abrams, Eknes, Litwicki, Ford, and Mendoza. Now, we've also had, obviously, Childs has been on the injured list for a while. He is now back, which kind of helps the fact with the Ford injury. But also out, we've got Sasaki that's out injured, so he's not an option we could call back into the rotation. It's all been just quite incredible, actually. It seems like we've just had players injured every second day, but we're getting on okay. And well, I'll show you the players that have come in a moment here. But I think the best thing to do is to go and have a look at how we have been getting on. Now, of course, we won again on opening day. The rest of that series was a bit of a mixed bag. We lost in extra innings and then a 14-9 run fest we managed to win. Then it started to go a little bit wrong because we lost a first game of a series against Tampa. Over to April we go, and we actually got swept at home in that one. Then we played San Antonio, and we only won 2 of 3. We lost 2 of 3 against them, which is obviously massively disappointing. If we go to game 2 here, where we did win, though, and you can see a 6-run first inning. Now, that featured a Vlad Jr. grand slam, which is excellent. You can see everybody's batting numbers there. Just Tommy Edman, who we had for a while, was in their lineup. But yeah, Vlad with a home run. Also with a home run on this one was Chris Ford. It was his first career home run, so well done to him. And the pitching numbers, if we go down, Carmona had a very, very good day, almost a complete game. Diaz coming in to close that one out for him. So very, very nicely done there. So then we had Cleveland come to town. We only just won one of those 3 games, which is, again, disappointing. Now, this is sort of mid-injury crisis as well, which doesn't help, obviously. We had a day off to rest up. Then things started to turn around for us in a very, very nice way. We swept the Houston Astros. Now, a lot going on in this series. If we go to game 2 here, we will see that our young designated hitter, to replace the other young designated hitter, Bernal, he came in and hit his first career home run, which was very, very nice to see. He got, you can see there, 2 for 4 in this one with 3 RBIs. And so that was that. If we have a look at the pitching as well, just while we're here, you can see this was an Eknes start, which didn't really go to plan. DeJesus couldn't fix his problems, and well, we ended up winning the game anyway, but not out of lack of trying to lose it. And then if we go to game 3 here, a 4-0 game. Now, this was significant because, obviously, we can see there that they didn't score any runs, which is very nice. You can see there the batting, Childers was back. A few other different names in there, perhaps. But if we go down to the pitching, Davis, it was his first career major league start, and he only went and pitched the shutout, which it's got to be the first time. Now, he had made an appearance or 2 out of the bullpen, so I guess it wasn't actually the sort of like a first team or a Major League Baseball debut, having already pitched a little bit out of the bullpen. But as a first start, that is absolutely insane. And we'll have a look at him in just a moment. So after sweeping the Astros, we then went and swept the Yankees as well for good measure. This one was back at home, of course. Game 1 here, we had we had another career first. If you have a look at the box score there. But if we do go down, it was our young shortstop, Edmilson Fernandez, with a first career home run in this one, which is very, very nice to see. And while we're talking about complete games, Andrew Walling managed to go 9 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run. So not quite a shutout, but certainly a very, very good performance nonetheless. So at this point, I'm thinking these kids are going to go and win the World Series, and then things started to turn again, unfortunately. We won 2 of 3 in Boston, which is obviously very good. We then went to Toronto. Sorry, Toronto came to us. We did win 2 of 3 again, so things didn't really turn that badly. We just happened to lose a couple of games. But in this 11-5 win here, if we go and have a look at this, you'll see that in the fourth, we had 2 innings with 4 runs, but in the fourth, there was a 4-run inning, and that was because Vlad Jr. did it again against his former team. It was his second Grand Slam of the year, and 5 RBIs, a 3-for-4 day for him against his former team. So that was very, very nice to see indeed. And if we go down and have a look at the pitching, it was a DeJesus start, just trying him in the rotation, just out of necessity, kind of. And not fantastic, but, well, we'll see how he goes in future games. But this was all about Vlad. And then, of course, we go to Texas, and we've lost the opening 2 games against the Texas Rangers. So hopefully today we'll be able to salvage something from this trip and at least manage to win a game. You can see we've got the Twins coming up, who have been absolutely insane. And they are just far and away the best team in baseball right now. 24-2. 923 win percentage towards the end of April. That is absolutely ridiculous. I hope that they start to drop away, or else we're certainly not winning the division this year, are we? And no one could blame us for that. But yeah, there we go. So we're doing okay, especially, you know, given that it is a younger team. I think we're actually doing quite brilliantly. Now, if we go and have a look at some of the leaders of the division, we can see a few annoying ones there. Takazawa is doing quite well for the Twins. Why wouldn't you about 380 for us? Cato, they've got to say, that's slightly annoying. Spencer Torkelson, who we had for a while, he's up there with home runs and also RBIs. And if we go down, is there anybody else there that we recognize? Torkelson again. Again, we've got batting war for Takazawa, hitting streak for Takazawa. So yeah, that's all a little bit frustrating, but I still maintain he wasn't doing that for us, was he? So yeah, we can't be too upset about it. So if we go and have a look at everybody's pitching numbers here, and we can see it has been a slightly disappointing start for Copkun Ece. Now, he has the start today, I believe, so we'll get a first-hand look at him. But he has been the disappointment of the starting rotation. Mario Black, who was initially in the starting rotation, it wasn't working for him as a starter, so we put him back into the bullpen, just trying to find him a role. Now, he was the man we switched for Brady Davis, so that seems to have worked, and Black has done better coming out of the bullpen as well, so we'll kind of see how that goes. The other one maybe disappointing is Kalina Sawyer. He always seems to disappoint me, but his FIP is only 197. So maybe he's being a little bit unlucky. The batting average on balls hit is quite high as well. So, I mean, you can say the same thing for Mario Black, but his FIP isn't quite as good. But yeah, so that is what it is. We'll give it a little bit of time to try and level out, but yeah, again, we'll just see how things play out. Now, we do have to have a look at a couple of new names here. Kyle Harrison was someone we acquired in the off-season. He has come into the bullpen. So this is him here. We'll see how he goes. He is technically a starter, so we'll see if there's an opening in the starting rotation. I'm not afraid to give him a chance, but as long as things are working with the guys that are there, then we'll keep going with it. Another man that has come back in is Ryan Dennison. Now, we did have him quite a few seasons ago, and he just kind of fell out of favour. No fault of his own. He had a 3.18 ERA, and just, I can't remember if he got injured or what happened, but he just kind of fell out of favour. Well, he's got a chance to come back in now and show us what he can do, so let's hope he takes it. And of course, Brady Davis, the man who threw a complete game shutout on his first Major League start. This is him here. In hindsight, he probably is a better starting pitcher just because he has the variety of pitches, so he should, in theory, be able to go longer. The issue, fly ball pitcher with a lack of movement always worries me, but yeah, I mean, he's doing okay so far, so we'll keep him going as long as he's doing the job for us. Then he can stay in the rotation. Which brings us to the batters. Now, it's difficult to say who's been disappointing. The one who has been Errol Vera. Now, he is finding a little bit of form in sort of more recent games, but that's not what we expect from him. Singley has maybe been a little bit disappointing as well, but he hasn't had that much of a chance. Only 5 games started, so we don't want to judge him too harshly. But yeah, otherwise it's not been too bad. Now, the new players that have come in thanks to injuries, Bernal here and Ricky Miller, who we did see in spring training, and obviously Troy Childers has come back in. But Bernal, thought it was too soon for him, to be honest, this year. He's proving me to be a little bit wrong. He's only 21. We caught him in from high A. Now, the reason I did that was because he was essentially the best option. He's someone that I do think has a big future with us. And yeah, so we'll have to kind of see how that goes. But yeah, he's doing well so far. And Ricky Miller, who again we saw in spring training, I don't think he's ready, but we just we are just lacking options in that sort of infield range right now. So he comes in, and hopefully, if we need him, he'll do a good job. He's 1 for 1 so far this season, so that's not too bad. Now, the one thing that I did want to get some opinion on, now, it was sort of, I think, in the end, a little bit of a no-brainer. Out of Vlad Jr. and Urbina, who are both up at the end of this year, we can only really keep one of them. Now, I was going to let Vlad Jr. go. A couple of reasons. A, he's older, and B, he plays first base. And so far as first baseman goes, both Bernal is a first baseman and potentially as good as Vlad. I don't know whether that comes to fruition or not is another thing, of course. And the other man who's a first baseman is Octavio Mendoza, who is out, and that's why Bernal is in. So we do have 2 good hitting first basemen, but the spanner's been thrown in the works. Because if we look at Michael Urbina, and hopefully it's not behind my head, though it probably is, his injury proneness is now wrecked. Now, I don't remember him being injured that much, if I'm completely... maybe he has been injured a little bit, but... So I wouldn't say that he's been out all the time, but I don't know what to do with him. He's only 27, and if a player, it says he's wrecked, I don't know that we want to be giving him a big money deal, do we? I don't know. If you've got a bit more experience than me playing the game, maybe if you can give me some feedback on that. I'm nervous, let's say, to give somebody, 25 or so million a year that is wrecked. But I don't know. I don't think he's been that injured for us. He played 143 games. Started 143 games for us last season, so he can't be that injury prone, surely. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. So let's go and check these lineups. So we're in Texas. Let's see if we can go and avoid a clean sweep. All right, and this is the team we're sending out. Leading us off in center field is Troy Childers. Errol Vera bats second at third. It is Urbina batting third in left field. Vlad Jr. is a designated hitter at... so he's not. He's the first baseman batting 4. Bernal's a designated hitter. He bats 5. Zion Rose, our catcher, bats 6. Valan Divos, the right fielder, bats 7. Aldana, who's coming in for second base for covering for Abrams, bats 8. Edmilson Fernandez, the shortstop, bats 9. It is, as I said, Ece on the mound for us so far this season. 5 games, a 1-1 record, ERA of 6.28, and a whip of 1.57. Only 3.1 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is a little low, if we're being completely honest. As terms for them, it's Adrian Rodriguez. He has a 1-3 record, an ERA of 4.72, and a whip of 1.47. So he's not setting the world alight either, but 10 strikeouts per 9 inning is a lot better, obviously, than what we get out of Ece. But let's hope that Ece's just finding his form now. So, welcome to Texas. Charles to lead us off. He is batting .322 this season. And, yeah, well, let's hope that the kids show up here again. No rain in the forecast. Texas's stadium, does it have a roof? Or am I thinking of Miami? That looks like it has a roof, doesn't it? As Childers sends it into right field and will be caught just near the foul ball line. And that is 1 away, bringing in Vera. Now, I said he has been disappointing. But he has managed to get his 500th career hit and his 100th career double. And he's going to add to that tally. Well, the hit tally anyways. He gets a 1-out single, which is very, very nice. Bringing in injury-prone, apparently, Urbina, batting .272 this season. First pitch swing, Urbina sends it into deep right field. It's not quite got enough on it, does it? No. 2 away, and Vera will stay at first for Vlad Jr., batting .289. A 1-2 pitch. Vlad Jr., we love a hit into right field, don't we? All 3 of our outs caught by the right fielder. And that'll do it for the top of the first. In comes Ece to face Jordan Green. Now he's batting .247 this season. It's a 1-0 pitch. Now Eke's a sidearmer, I think, isn't he? Yeah. And that is ripped through the left side of the infield for a leadoff double. Single even. It brings Nate Lowe in, the first baseman. Now, is that the guy that we had for a while? No, it's not. Okay, we had a Lowe. I want to say we had Brandon Lowe. I wonder if they're related. As they get to hit out the middle, what is wrong with Ece? He looks so good. This is the guy, of course, that we traded for Coakley, who was a bit of a mental case, as that could be a double play ball. No, just 1 from Corey Sager. So runners to second and third with just the 1 out. Luis Munez to the plate, batting .190 this season, but he does have 7 home runs. It's an 0-1 pitch. It is again hitting to left field. Urbina on the bounce. It scores 1. It will only score 1, but again, only 1 out. Runners at the corners. And with 1 run down, Volpe comes in for them now, batting .269. A 3-1 walk to load the bases. And there's something about Ece that doesn't look quite right just now, isn't there? Piano. That is popped up. Now, does Valendinos have an arm to stop that run scoring? No, he is no Shohei Ohtani. So it is 2-0 now. 2 out, still runners at the corners. And Rivero in, batting 275. It's a 2-2, and that is going to score more runs. It is 3-0 now, and Ece is doing nothing. Nothing at all to help his earned run average here, and I just think, well, maybe he needs to spend some time in AAA. A 1-1 now. That is a ground ball. It is fielded by the shortstop. Fernandez gets the out at second. It ends a disastrous first. We are 3-0 down already. And it is Gregorio Bernal coming in, batting 308 so far this season. He's done a really, really good job coming in. Unfortunately, that is a ground ball to the third baseman and will be 1 away. Brings in Zion Rose now, batting 289. Definitely showing we made the right decision in putting him in instead of Hunt. And that is, in fact, left the stadium. Zion Rose with a 5th home run of the year, 391 feet. And he undoes a third of the damage that Ece did. It is 3-1 now, 1 out in the top of the second. It'll bring David Valdovinos in, batting 264 this year. He has shown a little bit of an improvement from last season, so it's showing that he is taking, moving a step on. So that's obviously a good sign. Unfortunately, he pops that one out, bringing Aldana in, batting 286. Another one of these guys that we're just seeing what he can do this year, and unfortunately for us, he watches strike 3 there. So we pull 1 back in the top of the second. Ece to Cruz, who is batting 286. It's a full count. And it is again hit down that third base line. And he's giving up a lot of hits, isn't he? But he's not... Yeah. Is it, I wonder, a little bit of his... Was it he's the batting average against him was quite high, wasn't it? I wonder if he's just a little bit unlucky on that sense. As that should be out at first. And it is. Runner, though, does advance to third. And we've got Lowe in, who's 1 for 1 today. A full count. That is popped up behind the plate. It is a perfect scenario. Runner will stay at third. There is 2 out. And if we can get Corey Seager, who is one of the only batters in their lineup who has been out already, then this inning will be over. And there it is. Ece gets out of the second without giving anything further up. Let's hope he's getting going now. Fernandez comes in to bat. He is batting 214 this season. It is a 2-0 pitch. And Fernandez pops it up into left field, and that will be 1 away. In comes Childers now. 0 for 1 today. A 1-2 pitch. Troy Childers back to the pitcher, and that will be out at first. And with 2 out, no one on, it's Vera, who's 1 for 1. A first pitch swing from Errol Vera, and Errol Vera to the first baseman. Pitcher covers, end of the top of the third. So we are still 3-1 down. Ece to face Munez, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Ece with a strikeout. All right, maybe he has got himself going now. Volpe, who must have walked last time up. It's a 2-2 pitch. Come on, Ece. Oh, there it is. Another strikeout. That's his 4th, I think. Now it's his 3rd. I apologize. Pano. Would that be Pano? It's not piano, is it? It's the I's after in front of the A for piano. Pano. It can't be. His name can't be Pano, can it? I mean, it can be, but surely not. I've never heard that before in my life. Obina comes in to lead us off. He's 0 for 1 today. Obina, that's a good piece of hitting, and it's over the top of the center fielder. And he limps his way to second, stands up, and that will be a leadoff double. So, tying run to the plate now in Vlad Jr. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a 3-1 pitch. Vlad Jr. rips it into left field. Is Obina going to score on that? He comes around. He gets there. It's an RBI single for Vlad. It is 3-2 now. Still no one out. Bernal to the plate, who's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. Bernal swings through strike 3. And in will come Zion Rose, who hit a home run last time up. It's a 2-2 pitch. Zion Rose to the third baseman, and there is no play to be had. 1 out, 2 on now. And it is Valdovinos, who is 0 for 1. A 3-0. Valdovinos walks to load the bases, and in will come Aldana. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a full count. Can he walk in a run? No, he strikes out, and it's going to be down to the young shortstop Fernandez. It's loaded bases. 2 out. He's 0 for 1. It's a first pitch swing. Come on, Edmilson. He gets it into right field, and the young shortstop has delivered us a tying run. It's an RBI single. It is 3-3, and it is Childers to the plate. He is 0 for 2. What a time to get your first hit of the night, mate. Childers' first pitch swing. It is just in front of the plate. Can he beat it? No, and that'll end the inning. But we pulled it back level. Unfortunately, we left them loaded, but we did score 2, so it wasn't a complete waste. Rivero now, who's 1 for 1, comes in to face Ece. Ece now cooking with gas. There's another strikeout. It is Lockhart now, who's 0 for 1. A 2-0 pitch. Lockhart, ground ball. Aldana makes a diving stop and makes the play. He's a really good defensive player, is Aldana. And it is Armando Cruz coming in now. He is 1 for 1 today to face Ece. An 0-2 pitch, 2 out, no one on, and Ece leaves him looking in wonder as he strikes him out, and it's tied at 3 going into the 5th. And Vera will lead us off 1 for 2 today. A 2-0 pitch. Errol Vera gets it into left field, and that is going to drop in for his second hit of the night. He continues to find his way back to form with the bat. Urbina now, who's 1 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Urbina, oh, that looked like just a high-hanging pitch. He was trying to, looks like, just sort of deceive him with a little bit of movement. No such deception, and it is 2 on, no one out for Vlad Jr., who's 1 for 2. A first pitch swing. Vlad gets it into center field. Is that going to score another run? No, we hold at third. Perhaps wisely, so loaded bases, no one out for young Bernal. He is 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Bernal strikes out again. Oh, he's not looking particularly good tonight, is he? Zion Rose now with 1 out, loaded bases. He is 2 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch, and it is Rose into deep center field. It is caught. We're going home. Can we get there? I think we do. So a sac fly for Rose gives us the lead. So it's runners at the corners, 2 out for Val Davinos, who is 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. They look at trying to get, who's that, Vlad? You don't get Vlad like that. And if you do, you'll just make him angry. Val Davinos strikes out. So we end the inning, leaving more runners stranded, but we have taken the lead. And Jordan Green, it is now to face Ece. Green 1 for 2 today. It's a 1-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball to Vlad. And he is got the out at first. 1 away. Nate Lowe, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. It is a ball, ground ball. Fernandez to first. And that will be 2 away for Corey Sager now, who is 0 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. And that is up the middle. Aldana! Oh, what a catch. I tell you what, CJ Abrams, he's out for about 3 or 4 months. We're not missing him if that's the sort of defense we're going to get at second base. Now let's see what he can do with a bat in his hand. He's 0 for 2 today as Aldana. It's a 1-1 pitch. Aldana into center field. I don't know. Is that going to get over? It is! Aldana stands it over the center fielder. Now he's not the quickest. And he slides into second for a leadoff double. Is that going to do it for their pitcher, I wonder? No. Edmilson Fernandez, who is 1 for 2, comes in. A 1-0 pitch. He already has 1 RBI today, does the youngster. He's not going to get another one with that. He's out at first. And it will bring in Troy Childers, who is 0 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. Come on, Troy. Childers pops it up. It's not going to be deep enough to get the runner over to third. So with 2 out, we still have a runner at second. And it's Errol Vera, who is 2 for 3. Vera draws a walk. In will come Urbina now with 2 on, 2 out. He is 2 for 3 today as well. It's a 2-1 pitch. Urbina sends it to deep right field. It's going. It's gone! Urbina, a 3-run home run. 382 feet, and it is now 7-3 to the Tigers. And the Tiger Cubs, what a comeback from going 3-0 down in that first inning. Absolutely magnificent. That will do it for the pitcher now. Chase Lee comes in. He's going to face Big Vlad Jr., who is 2 for 3 today. It's a 1-0 pitch, 2 out, no one on. Vlad Jr. grounds it to the second baseman to end the 6th. But not before 3 runs cross the plate. 4 runs is the lead. Ece will continue to Munez, who is 1 for 2 today. It's a full count. And Ece gets the strikeout. Nicely done, 1 away. In comes Volpe now, who is 0 for 1. Another 1-2 pitch. And that is into left field. It's deep left field. It is caught at the fence by Urbina. 2 away for Peno, who is 0 for 1. He does have an RBI, though. A 2-1 pitch. Pops it up. In comes Childers. Makes the play. Ends the inning. To the 7th we go. And Bernal will lead us off. He is 0 for 3. It's a first pitch swing. Burnell gets a piece of it, unfortunately for him, to the first baseman for 1 away. In comes Zion Rose, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs as well. He's having a wonderful, wonderful day at the plate, as so many of our Tigers are, really. He strikes out there, though. Valdivinos comes in. He is 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch, 2 out, no one on. Valdivinos has been caught in center field to end the top of the 7th. So it's time for a stretch. So Ece to continue into a 7th inning. He's going to face Rivero, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Can we get another strikeout? No, it's down to third base. Fielded there by, who's at third base? Vero, isn't it? And he gets the out at first, 1 away. It is Lockhart coming in now. He is 0 for 2. It's a full count. Oh, it's past Aldana. Not many people have done that tonight, and it will be a 1-out single. Bringing in the new man, Reese Olson. So it is 6.1 inning in the end for Ece. Now, he does have potentially another run on the bases there. It's Cruz, who's 1 for 2 to face Olson. And let's see what our right arm reliever can do. That is a pop-up. Childer should have that, no problem. That is 2 away. And it brings Jordan Green back to the plate, who is 1 for 3. And that should be out. Aldana takes the base himself to end the 7th. So in the end, it is 6.1. Only 3 earned runs for Ece. So he's done well in the end. Just goes to show you, you can come back from a terrible first inning. Aldana comes up to lead us off. He's 1 for 3 today. A first pitch swing. Aldana, that looked a little bit high and inside, and he is caught in center field. To be honest, he did it well to hit it that far, I think. Fernandez now, who is 1 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. Fernandez gets it through the left side of the infield. He has himself a 1-out single. And the second hit of the night as well. Troy Childers, possibly the only Tiger not to hit tonight. Oh no, Burnell hasn't hit either, has he? And he has now, has he? Yes, he has now. He's ripped it down the third base line. And there is no play to be had. So it is 2 on now with 1 out for Vera, who is 2 for 3. A first pitch swing. Errol Vera gets it into center field. Oh, and it's a good catch. So unlucky. 2 away now, 2 on for Urbina, who is 3 for 4. Hit a home run last time up. It's an 0-2 pitch. And Urbina can't repeat his heroics. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Olsen to Lowe, who is 1 for 3. It's a first pitch swing. And it is popped up into left field. And Urbina is there to make the play. And that will be the first out of the bottom of the 8th. Bringing Corey Sager in, who's 0 for 3. An 0-1 pitch, that is popped up. Childers strolls back casually, sticks out a glove, makes the catch, 2 away. And it is Munez now, who is 1 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. And that should do it. Aldana's there, over to first. And we will go to the 9th. We are 4 runs to the good. And Vlad Jr. will lead us off. He is 2 for 4 tonight. It is a full count. And Vlad Jr., that sounded good off the bat. It drops in, and it is a leadoff single in the top of the 9th. And another new man now, Blake Workman, comes in, and he is going to face Burnell, who does not yet have a hit. And it's an 0-2 pitch. It doesn't look good for him here, does it? Come on, kiddo. Burnell grounds it for a double play, and, well, you would have been better off striking out there, I think. So in comes Zion Rose. He is 2 for 3. It's a 2-2 pitch. Zion Rose pops it up. Is it going to drop in for us? No. So we will go to the bottom of the 9th. We cannot extend our 4-run lead. But let's hope Indigo Diaz can come in and close it out for us. He's only pitched 9.2 innings so far this season, Indigo Diaz. He's really not been used at all. And he's only had 2 save situations. Now, I don't even think this counts as a save situation. But he's got a strikeout there to start things off. 1 away. Payno comes in. He is 0 for 2 tonight. It's another 1-2 pitch. That is hit into right center field. In comes Valdivinos, makes the catch for 2 away. And it is Rivero now. They're down to their final out. It's a full count. Can Diaz finish it off in style? Yes, no. Oh, umpire. Walks. Lockhart comes in now. He's 1 for 3 tonight. It's a 2-2 pitch. And that should do it. Oh, Aldana can't make the play. So 2 on, 2 out now for Cruz. Come on, Diaz. It's a 2-1 pitch. That should do it. Aldana makes the play, and we have avoided a sweep in Texas, and we've got 14 hits in the process. Very, very nicely done. So Ece, after a disastrous first inning, brilliant. You got to say, the whole pitching staff was brilliant. We went 8 shutout innings after that first one, and yeah, it looks as though he is finding his feet, doesn't it, in a Tiger shirt now. So another one of the Tiger Cubs coming good for us. If we have a look at what that means for the standings, we are still an absolute mile behind the Twins. Let's hope they start losing very, very soon. But as far as other things go, you know, we're where we need to be. We've actually got a good record compared to the rest of the division, the rest of the league. So I'm not too worried. We just need the Twins to start losing some games, don't we? But that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We will have a few. Ford and Mendoza will be back from injury soon, as will Josh Eknes. So that's all looking good. Wiki and Abrams are more long-term injuries. So, but you saw what Aldana did. If he can play like that for us at second base, we can wait. That's going to be absolutely fine. Now, there is obviously a temptation to come back for the Twins. And in hindsight, maybe that's what we should have come back for, but unfortunately, we've already done this now. So let's come back for a game. We've already seen Oakland this season. So what if we come back for a game here against Tampa Bay? Another road game, and we haven't seen much of Tampa, have we? And I think we've traded a few players to them as well, so we might see a few familiar names. But until then, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.